So Krendar, some of the people here may not be too familiar with you, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I do streams and YouTube primarily. I stream on Twitch, then sometimes I'll record that and put it on YouTube later, 5 days a week. So I've been playing games since I was about 7 or so. So that's about 38 years now, almost. Because I'm an old ass man.
Wow, so you make money off of video games.
Well,
he does have an awesome beard, though.
Thank you. I would like to make money off of playing video games, but I haven't reached that point yet, really.
Aw, so you just do it for fun.
Maybe $50 to $100 a year as making money.
Wow, I'm glad to see that you're living up to the imperious legacy of your explorer's hat by plundering the vast unexplored worlds of video games for cash.
Oh yeah, there's not 50 billion other people on Twitch doing exactly the same thing.
Hey,
drowning me under a sea of people and so I don't get any notice. That's not happening.
I'm glad to see you justify your horrid actions. I'm glad to see you justify your imperialist actions by saying everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
a true imperialist
with the whole crowd.
Aperture Science, Michelle. We do what we must because we can. For the good of the American people. Except for the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. We must keep on trying till we run out of cake. And the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Still alive, Michelle. That's the name of the song that I'm singing here. It's Still Alive. It's called Still. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you took my presidency and dethroned me.
Welcome to your internet friends. Of course we have a podcast where...
Shitty intro, bitch! Welcome to your internet friends! We're here with Krendar, our new friend, your new friend! We're gonna talk about some fucking video games! Let's do this shit!
Okay, just please don't hit me.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Great. That was
I like that intro ambush. That was good.
You scared me.
Your intros are boring, Ben! They're boring! People don't say it!
Anyway,
please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Ben, listen, go cry in the corner somewhere else. Alright, so today on Your Internet Friends, obviously, we are discussing either our favorite video game consoles or our favorite video games of all time. This thing does include franchises.
Or both?
So if you have a specific yeah, or both. You know what? I wanted porn, but Ben said no to that.
I did not say no to that. I said I'd like to do porn. I want to talk... No, it's the porn podcast now. It's the porn podcast now. So, what are you guys' favorite porn stars?
Shut up! Move on!
Ben, shut up.
If we're talking favorite video game consoles, I am a big fan of like the GameCube, PlayStation 2 era video games. I would say those are both pretty... I'd probably say maybe PS2 beats out GameCube a little bit, but
I would say they're like, I would say yeah, just by a hair.
Yeah, but I believe that was like the pinnacle
video game,
video gaming. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck you were playing that time, but for me it was like, you know, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter, Sly Cooper, Mario Sunshine, Godzilla, King of Kaijus, Metroid Prime, shit like that.
You're forgetting Vice and Liberty City.
Dude, yeah, both of those were really dope. On the PlayStation 2, yeah, the Jack and Daxter series and the Sly Cooper series were fucking awesome.
Oh, I love Sly Cooper.
I really admire... Yeah, no, it was great.
I'm so pissed that they never continued that on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I really admire the GameCube generation of Nintendo games because I feel like it was a lot more experimental, at least when it came to the new consoles. Like Metroid was transformed from like a side scroller into like a third-person shooter. We have Luigi's Mansion, this weird-ass fucking suck version of it. Mario Sunshine introduces the Flood. We get Pikmin, this weird sort of survival-based collection game. I feel like so many of Nintendo's main IPs at the time were experimenting in a new and interesting way.
Mooney, games, favorite games, go.
Favorite games? You know, I used to be able to say that Fallout was my favorite gaming franchise. I used to be able to say that.
Used to.
Yeah, because
76 came out.
Yeah, no. That...
What are you talking about? 76 had Mountain Road.
Oh, okay, no. I actually enjoyed Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is nowhere near the best Fallout game, but I found the changes they made to the mechanics. I liked a lot of those. Yeah.
Fallout 4 is a good game.
It is a good.
It's just not a good Fallout game.
I will agree with that.
Fallout 4 is fucking garbage.
Yeah, but no, I actually enjoyed Fallout 4, especially once you mod the living shit out of it.
Oh yeah, sure, because
anything is
mods.
yeah, everything.
I will defend Fallout 4. Okay. Fallout 76 is undefendable though.
No, definitely.
Okay. Defend Fallout 4. Go. I want to pick a fight. Go. Defend Fallout 4.
You've already said it's a good game.
Yeah,
it's defending. You've already defended it.
Just not a good
I agree with you, but
you know what? You know what?
Game is defending.
You know what? In my eyes, it's not called Fallout 4. It's just called 4.
Well, you're an idiot. But no, I think the improvements they made to the power armor were better. I liked the power armor. I liked how the changes they made to chems.
Sure.
Being addicted to chems went from a detriment for your character to my favorite playstyle.
Where's my RPG elements, bitch? That's what I want to know.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not a great RPG. I'll give you that. It's very much a story linear game.
You create your face.
Yeah, no, it's not. You create your face, you create your name. You get to make a few choices. You get to level up.
Soldier or doctor, there. Done.
You're
done.
either a soldier or doctor.
Yeah. Depending on your sex. That's it. You can't even be a female soldier or a male doctor. No. It's all predetermined. Fuck you. Fuck your choices. Nothing matters.
God, be vain. But yeah, other than Fallout, I'm really big into like strategy games like Civ, Hoi 4, shit like that.
Yeah, Puyo Pop, I get you.
I'm with you there. I love me some Civ.
Fucking
Civ is great.
Civ is awesome, especially the new
playing
one.
the sixth one.
Yeah.
A lot of people, for some reason, seem to not like the sixth one, and I think it's great. It's honestly my favorite.
I like 6, so there's certain things I might not prefer about it, but overall I like it.
I haven't tried 6. I didn't really like the more cartoony art style compared to like the more realistic stuff of Civ 5, but
I kind of like it. Actually, honestly, one of the things I love about
but I haven't actually tried it, so that's not really a judgment of the mechanics or anything. I'm just saying.
I gotta give 6 credit for one thing, even if it was a DLC that came later. Canada is finally playable in Civ.
Oh, okay. So I guess I hate it.
That's a negative. Yeah, that's a negative.
Yeah, that's pretty much a net negative.
But here's the thing, though: their special unique ability is actually fixes a lot of problems with the game, of people constantly declaring surprise wars on you. Because if you're playing Canada, nobody can declare a surprise war on you.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So Canada,
but you can't do it either.
Do you really want to tell the Americans that they can't do something?
Yeah. So this is the problem with Canadians. They're against surprise wars.
Hold on now, Fred.
Army of mountains.
No offense, but most of Canada lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, so don't tell us we can't do anything. We'll fucking go up there.
But you can't. It's a rule. It's not possible.
Yeah, it's literally impossible.
Canadians do not believe in breaking rules.
Yeah, no,
right.
That's what's wrong with them.
It would be very impolite if you broke the rule.
Exactly.
It will hit the border and it'll be like a force.
This is why they still have blasphemy laws, because they're like, oh, I can't break a rule, eh? That'd be a problem, eh? Don't want to say anything against God, that might be a problem, eh? You're weak!
Be rude, eh?
You're weak, you Canuck!
Alright, guys, we're getting very much off topic. I guess.
No, Canadian hate is completely on topic. Yeah, no.
It's always on topic.
Yeah.
3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
I'm not really going to talk much about the consoles. I'm going to talk more about the games. I've got 2 franchises in particular that I absolutely love. The first one is, of course, Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto ever since I was a child, and I've been progressing. And I was pissed off when the PS5 launch came out and it didn't announce GTA 6. But you know what? Whatever. Fuck you, Rockstar. But another one that I really like, and you guys can comment on this if you want to, is I love the Elder Scrolls, but I don't like Elder Scrolls Online for some reason. It just never clicked with me.
I've only ever played Skyrim.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Elder Scrolls. I would say, Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, it's not perfect, but if you got
it's an MMO. It has all the problems that MMOs have.
It's an MMO. If you got friends to play with, it's the best time ever. If you're alone, don't bother.
Yeah, I find it has basically my issues with Elder Scrolls Online are basically my issues with all MMOs. I'm not really big into the genre.
My only bitch with the franchise is that, like a lot of video game franchises these days, the more sequels come out, the more it gets watered down, and I fucking hate it.
That's true.
You know what my favorite Elder Scrolls game is? It was also my first one, Morrowind.
Morrowind.
Yeah, I've heard that Morrowind's really popular.
That's the first one I finished.
It was the first one I played.
I've always wanted to try.
And I put in hundreds of hours into that fucking game.
I mean, like I've been going on and off of Skyrim ever since it came out. I mean, there's still some times where I get new quests. I've already beaten all the main storylines. Technically twice, because whenever the old consoles, whenever it switched over from like the PS3 and the 360,
it got me like 4 or 5 times, fucker. It was at least 4.
I've only purchased it twice because I'm not a dumbass and I don't lose shit. Wouldn't he?
Well, no, it's not that I lost anything. No, I did not lose anything. It was just that the first copy I got was on Xbox 360, and I had pre-ordered it because when Skyrim came out, I was a senior in high school, and my older brother, had just shipped off to the Navy. What he didn't tell me was because I had started playing mainly on my computer, that our Xbox had red ringed right before he left. And he didn't tell me.
That's a dick move.
So I go pick up Skyrim and can't play it. So I ended up having to then buy it on Steam, and then I bought it, the updated version on Steam. I guess maybe was it only 3? I feel like there was another time that I had to buy it.
So, have you played any of this? Have you played Skyrim or any of the GTA games on your live streams?
No, I've played them, but not on stream. Although when it comes to GTA, I don't really like GTA itself, but I like the sort of genre. Like I really like Saints Row, though. I think that's a lot more fun.
Do you guys remember the old Driver game they tried to make into a GTA game back in the day?
I remember it existing, but I never played it.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was more to do with cars, but it was there was like a GTA element to it.
Like an open city thing going on.
Yeah, but it was fucking. I mean, it wasn't. Trust me, it was nowhere near as good as Saints Row.
You point out something that I haven't really sat down and thought about, because you point out that the Driver game was like GTA but more about cars.
No,
a game
one of them was
called Grand Theft Auto. It's stealing cars is a very
which is like that's literally the crime of stealing an automobile of, I believe it's $5,000 of value or more.
Well, to be fair, it is a pivotal mechanic. Like, you're basically stealing cars every other time you need to transport yourself from one area to another.
There's way more to it than just Grand Theft Auto.
No,
I think it's historical. Like, that's the way the first game started out, and then it just became a franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get through a Grand Theft Auto game without committing way more felonies than that.
Well, yeah, but Grand Theft Auto is like probably like the main crime you're going to be constantly committing, just for the means of transportation. Unless you want to be a goody two shoes and use your own car.
Ben, hold on. Have you ever had a guy call you an asshole in GTA 5 while you're driving?
Yeah.
You know what you do immediately? You back the fuck up and you shoot him in his head.
Well, you run over him.
No, that's the bitch way out.
Nah, that's the scariest way, because they have to deal with the metal monster.
No, like
Getting hit by a car is way scarier than getting shot by a gun.
Anyways, I remember
Honestly,
I was
yeah,
on
I'd agree.
I remember one of the times I was on GTA 5 online, right? And if you guys have played it, you guys know that it's based off of LA. And there's a college there that's supposed to be like UCLA. I was fucking around online. All of a sudden, there was a guy in the middle of that school just shooting people.
Like the real
Making school
UCLA.
shooter jokes. So this guy was in there just making school shooter jokes.
Mhm.
One of
As
my
you
buddies, one of my buddies literally kamikaze this motherfucker with a plane.
What a hero.
Damn. That's what
He
that's one way to do it.
9/11'd his Columbine.
Can I say that that's really my favorite aspect of Grand Theft Auto? Fuck the missions, and especially on Grand Theft Auto Online. Fuck the missions. Like, all of that shit was just side shit to make money.
And
I've not played much GTA, but it always seems like GTA is at its best when you're just fucking around in the open world thing.
I mean,
so
about to be
Yeah.
last year.
If you just fuck around and
it
kill
just
I
it
mean,
seems
well,
like
to be
I wish
fair,
they would
though,
just
last
optimize
year,
it.
Hey guys,
Mhm.
hey guys. I thought this was your favorite friends with Krendar, not your favorite friends with your favorite friends. Can you let the man speak or something?
Krendar, say words.
Goddamn, we have a guest.
All right, so now that he's
Yeah.
speaked, we've gotten the Krendar quota filled up. So let's get back to our conversation now. All I wanted to say about
Sure.
GTA is that I just wish that the open world games they would optimize more, just having random fun and shit
You
instead
weren't
of leaving
old
that
enough
to the
play
mods.
it until this year, so
You
that makes it
You can't have an opinion
try
on
out,
video games unless I'm fucking 35.
Have you tried Just Cause, Ben?
I have been wanting to try more of those open world games. They don't
I've
really
played it,
appeal
it's
to me as
fun.
much
That
as like
game has
fantasy shit.
has a lot of tools for random fucking
Yeah,
around.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I played it.
I just think every video game should have a ragdoll mechanic. I don't know.
Ragdoll is good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I should be able to like kill a family and then just ragdoll down the street away. But I'm interrupting my good friend Krendar, who wants to talk about his favorite games. Come on, Krendar, speak.
Well, a couple of my favorites overall have been, I don't know if you guys have heard of Psychonauts.
I love Psychonauts.
Love Psychonauts. Also, Final Fantasy Tactics is super high on my list
Ooh,
as well.
I never tried that one.
And when
thanks,
I enjoy some of these open world games as well, but I like them with like added abilities to them. Like I really like the Spider-Man games because it's
Yeah.
got the
Oh,
open city
yeah.
thing going on, but you can also swing
Yeah.
around and do all kinds of crazy shit there.
Have you ever played non-Spider-Man mode where you just walk around and you don't use your webs at all?
That sounds incredibly boring. Why would I
Yeah.
do that?
It is. It's incredibly gay.
Let's boot up a Spider-Man game and then take away the best parts of the game.
Yeah, no.
It's
That's
known
that's
as
called Grand Theft Auto. I forgot.
oh yeah no.
We're gonna fight.
I like to call it man mode. You just play as Spider-Man. You walk around to every location, every boss fight. You just fist fight, and you can never use your spider abilities.
Is this,
Man has all the powers of a man.
and this is why we don't play video games with Ben.
He was
Listen.
bitten by a radioactive man.
He became man.
He was bitten by Norman Osborn when he was high off LSD.
He was bitten by Norman Osborn. It hurt. He had to go to the hospital. He sued for
That's,
millions of dollars.
That's gonna be the sequel on PS5 nobody's expecting.
Man.
Yeah, like Miles Morales just turns out.
Why did
Although
they?
I'm
Spider-
They
I'm
didn't
looking
even.
forward
They
to
didn't
the
even
Miles
have to have
Morales
made
Yeah,
Miles
dude, I am
Morales.
too.
They didn't have
It's
to
gonna
make.
be so
You know what? They didn't even need to make Miles Morales. They could have just been like Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive black spider, and he became Black Spider-Man. Could you imagine the fucking controversy?
Oh, that would be crazy. Although honestly, after the last Spider-Man game, they did have to make a Miles Morales game.
Yeah,
I agree.
no, I got into an argument with someone. I can't remember who, because I got into an argument with, and they were like, I think it might have been you, Nightmare. It was someone on the Discord, but they were like, man, why are they making Miles the
No, I was in favor of the Miles Morales character.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was then, but I was like, did you not beat the main story? They basically set it up that Miles
I mean,
was going to
forget about beating it. They spent half the game setting that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I know, but but like the final scene with Miles Morales, where
Yeah,
he's
the
like,
final scene, true.
like
But I'm
that-
just saying,
where you knew he was going to be the main character in the next one.
Miles
Or at least-
Morales deserves it.
as soon as the spider bit him, you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me,
like one of
let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So you're saying that Nightmare, the white cop, has a problem with Black Spider-Man?
Oh.
No, I don't.
Might have been Irish. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but one thing that I sort of want to.
The greatest man of all time. He would never say anything bad about Black
It
Spider-Man.
was probably you, Anderson, but I sort of want to expand on something that Crim's talking about.
Yeah.
Not to mention on that Spider-Man game, think of all the Easter eggs you get. Like there's a fucking card from Nelson and Murdoch. Anderson Hush. Yeah. Anyways,
Those games
there's
have always done a lot of Easter eggs like that.
Easter eggs.
yeah, like my favorite Easter egg that I saw was in one of the backpacks. You can get a card from Nelson and Murdoch. If you're any type of comic fan, you know that Nelson Murdoch is Matt Murdock or Daredevil's law firm, and of course Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen. Where's Hell's Kitchen in New York? So I just like how it just ties all back together. But all right, I'm done.
I think don't they have the Sanctum Sanctorum in there as well?
Yeah, they do.
Like you don't interact with it, but you can. It's there and you can see it.
You can see the Avengers Tower.
Mm-hmm.
They're making an Avengers game, actually, aren't they? Later this year.
They are. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out.
Oh man, if they do an expanded game verse, that would be fun.
Right? Because they already set it up with Spider-Man and all the Easter eggs. They could totally...
It'd be like if Batman Arkham Asylum had decided to expand into other fucking superheroes. That would be awesome.
That was a good series too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed those.
I love the
Yeah,
Arkham games.
there was talks about that.
That would have been awesome.
Like a Justice League game.
Yeah.
I think they scrapped it.
Just never worked out.
I always
Yeah.
wanted to see a follow-up because after the last one they did,
Arkham Knight.
there would have been a new person taking up the mantle next. I
Yeah.
wanted to see how that was going to play out.
In the comics,
that would've been interesting.
It's Asriel. In the comics, it's Asriel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it was in the game.
Yeah, but didn't he like purge himself of like his memories and
He
like,
went nuts. He went nuts in the game.
Yeah, like even in the
never
ideal
had-
version, he like gets rid of his coding to become a Christian like missionary, and then like so I don't think they could have done that in the Arkham universe.
Well, like if they would have given it to Nightwing, I would have still played it.
Yeah, I would have been into that. That could have been interesting, honestly. I don't know. I'm hoping that they're still keeping the door open on the
That
Arkham series.
Oracle, just
I guess they can't do that now because she's already crippled.
yeah. Crippled Oracle.
Give
comes
her
to
robot
destroy
legs.
Make
Let's
the
heal
game...
her somehow.
Make the game her struggle to get Gotham to install more ramps.
Oh, I know. No, guys,
I'd be cool with
here's
that.
what you do. It's like Watch Dogs,
Yeah.
except it's in DC and it's Oracle.
That would have been fun. But yeah, no, actually, that would kind of be an interesting challenge to make a game where you have to play as a wheelchair laden person. I kind of would like that, honestly. That's not a bad
Or
idea.
they could have done it or they could do it as a prequel where you play Barbara Gordon while she's still actually doing back.
Ooh, and then like
And
the
then
last
the
mission
end
is
is
the
when
killing
Joker
joke.
shoots her.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
It's whenever Joker
Oh.
shot her in the spine. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be a brutal way to end a game. I like it.
yeah, that would have been fun. God, I love the Arkham game.
It's like you've played so much of this game. You've had so much fun. Here's the last scene. Enjoy watching a bitch get shot in the spine.
Maybe they could like do something where she ends up helping in the end, and sort of redeem her character just being thrown away in the original. That could be interesting.
I just thought of something really stupid, but it would be kind of hilarious if they made this a series of games where they keep resetting it, and then at the end of every game she gets shot in the spine.
Oh my god.
Brutal.
The entire point of the game is to try and go as long as you can before you get shot in the spine. It's like
It's a roguelike.
it's Groundhog. Yeah, it's Groundhog's Day with fucking shooting.
Every time you get shot in the spine, you have to start the
you
game
have to
over
start
again.
it again. It's Joker constantly following you around in a Hawaiian t-shirt, fucking trying to shoot you in the spine.
Jim Gordon's just constantly just having to stare.
Yeah, you can be like having a conversation with Jim Gordon in the morning. It's like, oh, it's a nice day. Barbara, you having some toast there? Back in the spine.
So Quinn, what was your first console or your favorite console that you ever had?
First console was the Atari 2600.
My man.
Very old school. Favorite? It's hard to narrow it down to one. I mean, I think the SNES was great for its time for sure, and it still stands up pretty well now, unlike the PS1. But
The SNES has a lot of pivotal games.
I mean, the PS1 broke a lot of great ground.
Well, yeah,
the,
but
the looks looks and controls just do not hold up. Like before Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, I decided to replay the original. So I downloaded it on the Switch, but it still played like the original PS1 version. And oh my god, the controls were so jank and bad.
Yeah, they were weird. I don't know. I still like the art. I still like the art though. Like I honestly, I think it's the charming style.
So gorgeous though. But
the new one does look.
I'm quite fond of the PS4 and the Switch as well though. Right now.
Yeah.
And when I go traveling, I've got a 2DS because I don't care about the 3D feature.
What?
It's a good.
You don't like hurting your eyes when you play video games?
I know, right?
Are you not a true Nintendo gamer?
I bought it to use on an airplane, and
you don't like feeling nauseous when you're playing games?
The 3D feature drains the battery really badly.
Yeah.
I don't think it would last for 5 hours like that. So
I prefer something. I've actually got a story about on the airplane, right?
Yeah.
So like you always hear these stories of people like playing games like CS:GO, what the fuck on a plane, right? And in CS:GO, whenever you hear the bot, it says bomb activated or something like that. Yeah, so I was flying from where I'm at in South Carolina. I was flying to California to meet some relatives. Like, I took off from Atlanta. We were probably in the middle of the flight. You start hearing a bomb countdown and say bomb activated. I swear to God, everybody was losing their shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was just on my airplane and I was playing, the voice-activated terrorist game, and when I screamed out, "Bomb activate! Go off in 10 seconds!" everyone just started freaking out. Like, I don't really understand why. It's just a game.
Yeah. The funniest thing is the air marshal came over there, and was that motherfucker. Like, those are the only people that are actually allowed to have guns on airplanes now. Yeah. So the motherfucker had his hand on to his holster. He was about to shoot somebody. Luckily, it turned out it was like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid playing CS:GO, just being a fucking retard and not putting in earbuds.
Can we just shoot anybody who plays music or video games in public without earbuds?
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm down for that. Yeah,
I'm willing to kill all 10-year-olds. But yeah.
Or like you go on the bus and there's somebody watching videos on their phone with the volume turned way up, no earbuds, so everybody has to listen to their shit.
We should.
So basically, porn.
Yeah.
So basically,
maybe more interesting if it was porn.
Yeah, like that one Eric Andre bit where he's in the coffee shop and he's just watching a laptop that's just streaming porn at the loudest noise, and it's like, sir, I need to turn that down. He's like, I don't know how to control it.
Sir, you have to let me turn the sound.
I don't know how to work it.
I know.
I don't know how to work it.
Just turn the sound off.
What is going on with you?
I love that bit.
No, but so porn aside, my sister fucking does that in public, and I hate it.
Yeah, no, I really.
It's so goddamn rude.
It's so.
Have you punched your sister in the face for us, Anderson? Please do that if you haven't.
I would, but I'm no longer below 18, so I can't get away with it like I used to.
Oh. Stupid law.
Yeah, it turns out.
I hate losing controls. Yeah. What
he said.
I said, Anderson, I'll bail him out of jail. If he does it, I'll bail him out.
You might be a little too close to your microphone there.
Back off, Nightmare.
Officer, put the walkie-talkie down and talk like a normal person.
Listen, we've only got one minority here. You don't have to be intimidating.
Oh.
Wow. Hey, not minority.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot. Puerto Ricans are the majority in the world.
We're the master race.
They are the master race.
I mean, if we're talking about the world, neither are white people.
Shut up.
True.
Who owns all the money? White people.
Probably Asians.
China.
Yeah, well,
you heard
who owns all the nukes?
Russia.
Also China.
Does China have that many nukes? I don't know how many nukes China has.
Russia's first, the U.S. is second.
Well, Russia is white people, so fuck you.
Actually, it's Indo. It's
fucking white people.
Politics aside, boys.
Yeah.
Moving on with video games.
We're talking about some video games.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you, I'm eating pretzels.
Yeah, you're eating pretzels while talking on a podcast. What a genius idea. Hold on, guys. Let me just
Yeah, so anyways, my favorite video game console definitely has to be the GameCube. It's pretty good.
Alright, Anderson, give us a taste. What type of video games do you play, you filth? I'm sorry, that was rude.
Yeah, fuck you. No, I mean, like I've said before, I'm an RPG guy. Turn-based games I like too. Stuff like this Gaia, those type of turn-based games I'm really into. RPGs, obviously, Elder Scrolls, Witcher, even though it's not super RPG, I enjoy Witcher a lot.
Yeah, Digimon, I gotcha.
Unlike Woonie, even with everything that's going on, still my favorite franchise is Fallout. It's near and dear to my heart, even though it's dead. It's fucking dead again.
I mean, we literally created a D&D game around the universe.
I mean, yeah, I'm DMing a D&D Fallout session right now.
Nice.
It's going good according to Ben and Woonie. It's going good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I don't really have much to talk about. I got all my grievances out at the beginning, really. I mean, I don't really have a lot of nice things to talk about. I'm here to get pissed and talk shit about companies that suck ass, like fucking Bethesda. But that's up to you guys.
You know what, man? You got 5 minutes to talk shit about Bethesda. Go.
All right, then. Okay. Let me finish this fucking pretzel.
No, it's 5 minutes. It's already started.
It's a good pretzel.
Right.
Okay, fine. Come on, down. Chat. I wasn't expecting on. Fuck me.
Thank you, Anderson, for being so professional.
Okay. Here we go. I wasn't expecting a question immediately after I put the press on my fucking mouth. Anyway, yeah, it's the same thing that everybody talks about, these days about fucking Bethesda and their corporate greed and how they're fucking up the franchise. One thing that I'm gonna say, just to wrap this up quick, is they only gave me 5 fucking minutes, and I don't want to talk too much about the whole fucking thing. But
you can talk however long you want.
A lot of people have been bitching, not bitching about Fallout. A lot of people will tell you that, hey, it sucks, I love X franchise or Z franchise or whatever the fuck, and it kind of sucks that it fucking died because of corporate greed. A lot of people, some people will tell you, oh, I saw my favorite franchise die. Well, only Fallout fans can say, I saw my favorite franchise die twice.
Ooh.
Holy shit, does it hurt. Fucking hurt. Fucking hurts, man. So, corporate greed, man.
Yeah.
Just that, everybody knows it. I'm sure I don't have to fucking explain unless you want me to go on a huge fucking rant here, which I don't want to get into right now. So
the video game industry is pretty fucked with like crunch time stuff and like fucking firing workers. I feel like
no shit. This is why I'm so excited for fucking Cyberpunk, man, because it got delayed so many times. The global pandemic bullshit happened and a bunch of other things, but I'm glad it's getting delayed. Get those kinks sorted out.
Yeah.
I think
get them workers paid.
Giant cyberpunks are coming.
Cyberpunk, man. Fuck yeah.
Also, game delays, development delays are better than crunch time. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And also better than a glitchy ass game.
I can wait as long as the workers are being treated well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want a game that's rushed because, as Krendar said, you get glitches.
I don't even just care about rushing necessarily. I just don't want the people to have to be put under horrible situations just to get out my favorite games.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullshit to finish your game, man.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, I don't like rushing fucking games, because then you just get fucking atrocities like fucking Fallout 76.
Exactly. Yeah. Shigeru Miyamoto said it best, that it's better that you get a good game out late than get a terrible game out quick that will last for the rest of its life as a horrible game.
Listen to this, man. Listen.
In other news. So can we all agree, like not a lot of people really like remasters, huh?
Not for the. I'm really enjoying the SpongeBob Rehydrated that came out recently.
SpongeBob Rehydrated.
That's not my point.
Rehydrated is a great name.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
No, here's the thing, right? For the most part, people don't really like remasters, and they have a certain point, but a few days ago, weeks, I don't fucking know. The time is convoluted in my house.
Centuries.
A few days ago, few weeks ago, whatever. They announced Demon Souls.
Oh no.
Oh, they did. I saw that. Yeah.
Bro, here's the thing. Demon Soul. Here's the thing. I do not own a PlayStation 4. I used to have. I have a PS3. I used to have a PS2. Don't have it anymore. That kind of sucks. Thanks, Mom. I'm a PT guy now. But
I love
Isn't it for
PT.
PS5?
Dude. Demon Souls might be the one reason I buy a PS4 or 5, depending on. The point is, dude, I might just buy a PS5 and only solely just to play Demon Souls and no other game.
I don't really
Good
like
reason.
I don't really like the brighter art style, but I have always wanted to try Demon Souls. I'm a
There's
big
some
fan of the
rumors that
Souls
there might be
franchise.
adding some more content to it as well.
Whoa, that'd be so
Listen.
cool.
Listen, Ben. Tell me something. Be honest with me.
Yeah.
Do you have hair in your chest?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, okay. Well, if you play Demon Souls, you're gonna have more hair on your chest. And if you don't have hair on your chest, Demon Souls will give you some hair on your fucking
Alright.
chest. Demon Souls is the type of game that turns you into a man. It turns pussy into penises.
Listen,
it turns women into fucking barbarians, man. It is this. It is hell.
Listen,
It
I'm
is
not
fucking hell.
I'm not opposed to a hard time. I beat Dark Souls, I beat Getting Over It, I beat Hollow Knight Path of the Gods. I like a good challenge if it's, fair and capable.
It's a bit harder than Dark Souls, but it's the same basic game.
All right. Yeah, then I'm up for that. Yeah, totally. I really do want to play it. I'll probably get to it once I finish Bloodborne.
No, but
It
here's-
was going to be the
here's
same
thing,
franchise,
right?
except they had to change names because
Yeah.
of IP issues.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
no, but here's the thing, right? So, it's not just hard; it genuinely is a good fucking game.
Yeah, no. I like a good fair challenge.
Yeah, I mean, just think of Dark Souls, but it's just dialed up a little bit harder.
Nice. Sounds like fun. I did feel like Dark
It is
Souls was
fun.
a little easy at certain times.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Some areas were easy, some areas were pretty tough.
Oh god, what fucking walking up the tops of the what was the name of the city again? I fucking hated having to dodge that those big ass arrow guys.
Oh, the first one with the massive archers.
Yeah, I hated those guys. Like
Oh,
it
that
kept
part-
on
that part
falling
was
off.
shitty.
Yeah, I hate that part. Everything else was a fair challenge though.
That part
You
was
know
not
that in Dark Souls, that fucking dragon you meet really early on that you can cheese by going under the bridge and shooting it.
I love doing that. It's just like, hey, how's it going? Fuck off! Hey, fuck off!
Yo, hey.
I also like exploiting his dragon breath to kill everybody else in the area.
Yeah, that's so fun. There's like fucking 7 soldiers and then and then down.
I like how he shows up the first time. It just gotchas you, but the first time doesn't do much damage, so you can survive it. But then
Yeah.
every other time, it's super brutal.
You just comes down and it's like, and you're like fuck no, and you get
Yeah, no,
behind.
the first time I saw him, it was the first time I ever encountered him playing Dark Souls. It was terrifying.
Especially when he trolls you early on by jumping on the bridge and have in front of you and then leaving. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, I love the Souls games.
Oh, they are really good. It's funny too because I always thought that I would hate them and I wanted to avoid them, but that's just because the reputation is overblown and inaccurate. Like everybody's always going on about, oh my god, this game is so hard. It's
Impossible.
only for
You
super
can't- you
awesome
can't do
players.
it, man.
It's so hard.
Dude, fucking Crash Bandicoot's the Dark Souls of fucking.
So I heard all that shit and I was like, nope, I don't want to play this. That's not
Yeah.
for me because I'm not like. I don't like masochistic levels of challenge, right?
Yeah.
So
me
I'm like,
neither.
nope, I don't want that. But then eventually later on, I saw somebody Let's Play Dark Souls 2, and I was watching them play for a while, and I was like, this actually looks pretty fun. Maybe I'll give this a try. And then around that time, Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition came out, and it was on sale for $5. And I thought, you know what? I'll give it a go. Because even if it turns out that I was wrong and I don't like it, I've only lost $5. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then I became addicted to the series.
One of the best things about the Souls series, I think, often gets overshadowed by how much people are like, "Oh, it's so difficult" and stuff like that. Is how hands-on the lore is. Like, it doesn't spoon-feed you any of it. All the lore that you can
Right,
get is
yeah.
it's in the items. It's in reading up on the sort of things that you
Or just
obtain.
observing your environment.
Yeah, exactly. And you can, and it's the same in Hollow Knight too. And I really like that style of letting the player discover the lore of the world as rich as it is through interacting with objects and reading it yourself instead of just having NPCs tells you, oh, there was a dark
Speaking
world.
of Hollow Knight, are you excited for Silk Song?
Oh my god, so excited. I cannot wait to try Silk Song.
Not only is it more Hollow Knight, but now we get to play the best character from the first
It's
game.
true. I get to fucking hear her say, get good all the time.
I'm looking forward
we get to
it.
play spry little sewing needle ninja lady.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
no,
awesome.
it's great. I may actually.
She's the best part. She was the best
great.
character.
I don't know if I would say that. I don't know. I really liked Dung Beetle.
Okay, there's a lot of awesome characters.
Yeah, no.
She was one of my favorites.
She's definitely good. She was fun. I loved fighting the Hollow Knight with her.
And I just love how she's like sewing needle and thread being used as both the grappling.
There are
going to
be so many new mechanics to get your hands around. I'm looking.
I know
forward
she's
to
going to
it.
play totally differently.
Yeah, it's going to be so great.
Be awesome.
And we're gonna. The bosses look even more tougher and interesting to play with, which is great. Since like I feel like one of the best strong suits was like learning the patterns and rhythms of bosses in Hollow Knight. That was
bosses
really
were
fun.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was the only reason why I was willing to do Path of the Gods. I don't usually do boss gauntlets. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't usually do boss gauntlets because I'm like, it's not fun. But in a game like Hollow Knight where you can like heal and you can like sort of learn the patterns and like get good at dodging them, I'm up for that. I was up for that and I did it. Even though it took like 3 days.
The boss design was really strong.
It was so good. Even though like sometimes you have to get it like perfect, like fucking trying to beat Grim Troop or whatever he was, like the super ultra version of it. You had to like memorize the shit out of that and do it like one after another.
I refused to even try. Like, I think the regular version of him was hard enough for me. Thanks.
Oh my god, you have to get like so good. Like you have to do pattern after pattern. It's so difficult. Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm challenging you now to do that on the stream.
What? Stream Path. I can do the Grim Troop boss fight easily. If you want me to do Path of the Gods again, I don't know. I'd have to practice more on Radiant things. But I did do it. I mean, maybe I could do it. I feel like I need a little bit more time. The last big challenge that I did, other than getting over it, was I beat like the Hat in Time, like fucking Super X boss fights in like a row. That was so tough.
That was a pretty fun game too, actually.
Oh, I love Hat in Time.
The game was adorable.
Yeah, I've really been getting into those new indie games. Like I really like Celeste, Hat in Time, Hollow Knight, all that shit.
Celeste was excellent.
Celeste was wonderful. But
also,
yeah,
I like how they give you the options for doing things like slow the game down, or you can give yourself little extra bonuses if you're having a hard time.
It really works well with the whole idea of it's supposed to be like a story about anxiety, where it's like, you know what, if playing the game when it's really tough makes you anxious, just have a fun time with it. You know, you can beat the game at your own pace.
Absolutely. That's
feel
cool.
your own accomplishment, sense of accomplishment. Not like fucking
the main
getting
game
over
on
it.
the regular settings, but they add like the B-sides and the C-sides that there's no way I can handle those.
I beat all the B-sides. I haven't tried the C-sides yet because I got way too frustrated playing
if
like
I
the
ever
final
go back
boss.
and try them, I'm going to give myself extra dashes and slow down. And
I
stuff.
beat B-sides genuinely, but I mean I might try out the C-sides, but I don't know. I have to give it a shot, but yeah. So I'll be perfectly honest here. I've been a Nintendo fanboy since forever, I guess. Once I got my Wii, I've loved Nintendo games, and I'm not ashamed to say it because honestly, I feel like Nintendo games are some of the most creative franchises. I wouldn't say that like they're the best games because I like me some Jak and Daxter. I love me some fucking Metal Gear. I like Spyro. I like Crash Bandicoot. I love Jak, Daxter, whatever. I love that shit too. But I really like the variety and style that all of like the main Nintendo IPs have. Like they pretty much have every market cornered when it comes to like fucking games that at least kids would want to play. Like you got Metroid for your 3D shooter, you got fucking Mario for your platformers, you got Splatoon for your fucking online shooting things, you got Smash Bros for competitive everything. There's so much for Nintendo IPs, and I can always look forward to, for the most part, every new Nintendo game being something great and enjoyable. And I love that about the Wii. I got a Wii U because I really wanted to try out Splatoon, and even though Wii was expensive, it was totally worth it because I fucking love Splatoon. But honestly, when it comes to favorite console, I just have to say the Switch so far because I mean, the transportation of it, being able to play it while I'm taking a break at work is great and all that, and it's like something that no other console can provide. But just the game library that they have, like fucking Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, fucking just Mario Maker, tons of just these awesome, great new entries into the IPs that do new and fun things with just these classic IPs. Some of the best of the series, honestly, because I'd say like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are like up
Mario
there.
Odyssey is probably the best one.
Yeah, I would say so. Like it's great.
So hey,
so it was literally the first game on my Switch I beat. I like marathon that game.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Ben. I played Odyssey. I did not enjoy it.
I love Odyssey. I completely disagree with you there. Odyssey is not my favorite 3D platformer, but it's one of my favorites.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain. It is not a bad game. It is a good game, great mechanics, great visuals. You know what my biggest issue with it was and why I consider it a shitty game?
What's that?
It is the shortest fucking game I've ever played in my fucking life.
Is it really? I remember sinking at least like 50 to 60 hours into it. But maybe that's because I'm a completionist.
I mean, sure, if you want to be a completionist, but if you go from point A to point B, you're just done in like 6 hours.
Well, yeah, sure, but you could say the same thing about like fucking Mario 64, but the point of those games is, all these other stars or moons in Mario Odyssey are fun to collect, which they are. I would say for the most part, almost all of those moons are really fun to collect, and that's what makes it fun.
I just expected a lot more to do from point A to point B.
I really am not a fan of point A to point B things. When it comes to games like Mario, it goes back to Banjo-Kazooie, you know? Yeah, sure, you can like blast through the game if you want to, but the real fun is in collecting all of those collectibles and exploring the world fully. And if they can make that a fun experience, which they certainly did in Mario Odyssey, I love collecting the moons, then I think it's a wonderful game.
Yeah, it's an optional part in the game.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that from point A to point B, I just expected a lot more. A lot more bang for my buck is nice, is all I'm saying.
I don't like playing linear games just because they have a lot of content. I like to play fun games that have a lot of fun things to do in them, and that is Mario Odyssey to a T. So I completely disagree with you there.
You can disagree. I'm just giving you a fucking opinion, man.
Yeah.
It was short and disappointing.
It was fun, and it was long, and it was full of additional content.
Else about the Switch as well.
Yeah. What do you want to say about the Switch?
It's only long if you force yourself to make it long.
It's hard to say force when it's so much fun to do. It's difficult to not make it long. You'd have to be actively trying to just play a linear experience. But Krendar, you were saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's got a lot of excellent games on it so far, and it seems to have some pretty good capabilities for more of them.
Yeah.
But as much as I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, I'm waiting for them to put an actual Zelda game on it.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, yeah, actually. Well, I mean, I guess they did technically have that remaster of what was it called again?
Yeah, but I want a new one.
Oracle. Oh, like a new one. I get you. Yeah, that could be interesting.
We haven't had a Zelda game since Skyward Sword.
Did you try Cadence of Hold on.
You just hit a trigger with me. Okay, I hate those motherfuckers that always call Link Zelda. It pisses me off to a T.
I mean, sure, but
I just don't understand it. Everyone knows the princess's name is Link and the hero's name is Zelda. Just get it right.
I mean, what if they did a mirror universe one where Link was the prince and Zelda was the hero?
That'd be fun. That could be the new Link Between Worlds.
Then I'm gonna fucking shoot you for saying that.
But yeah, no. One thing I wanted to say was, have you tried Cadence of Hyrule yet?
No, but it looks interesting.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
I just brought it up because as much as I like Breath of the Wild, it really, the things that make Zelda games were totally missing.
Yeah, I'd say so. You
didn't have like all these themed temples you'd go through, and then where you get a cool new tool in each one.
I really like Breath of the Wild for what it does uniquely, but yeah, I do feel like there was sort of a lack in
a very good game. I just think it was.
I feel like it was lacking in like boss variety and like deep, complex
some other kind of game that happened to have characters wearing Legend of Zelda character skins on them.
Yeah, no. I would like to see another input. Maybe they'll do that with the next Breath of the Wild. Who knows?
Yeah, so, I think they're going to actually. But I'm looking
Another thing I want to say that I really like about the Switch is that I feel like all the good games that were on the Wii U, like Hyrule Warriors or Captain Toad's Treasure Trackers and shit like that, even Splatoon 2, it's like now I don't need to buy a shitty Wii U that barely has any games on it to play those games. Now I can buy a Switch and enjoy all those awesome games.
Speaking of the Wii U, that's the only Nintendo home console that I never got.
I only got it because of Splatoon. I never would have gotten it otherwise. And honestly, I wish I had waited for the Switch because there we go. A new Super Smash Brothers came out that was the best Super Smash Brothers. Don't at me. And fucking a new Splatoon came out. So fucking it was great. So the Switch just did everything that we wanted from the Wii U, but more.
I agree.
Yeah, and so the Switch is probably my favorite one, but other than that, yeah, what was that, Anderson?
Nice. So staying on the topic of the Switch, what's your guys' opinion on, what's the worst game that's come out for the Switch?
That's a toughie.
I got mine, and no, it's not Odyssey.
Yeah, no.
Just
Let me look
I don't know all of them.
maybe the Pokemon games, I guess. I'm not really a fan. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Sword and Shield.
That's mine, but Pokemon Sword and Shield has been the worst game.
Yeah, I mean, I had an okay experience with it, but it just didn't live up to the hype of being the first Pokemon console game.
Dude, no. Once they did the initial announcement that the national decks were not going to be completed,
yeah,
that just killed it. Right,
it's been
there.
downhill from there.
Knew. And then more information came out of the game. Dude, it's just unfinished. And now they're selling you the rest of the national deck as paid DLC. It's like, fuck you. No.
Yeah, no, I really just do not like it, and I've just completely lost motivation for it. It was okay. I can't really find myself saying it was terrible, because I did have a fun time with it, but it just didn't feel like it was nearly enough to be like the Pokemon console game and really feel justified. Yeah.
So here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. I did not buy it. I did play it, since a friend of mine does have it.
Mm-hmm.
I did play it. Not only is it everything I just mentioned and it's so horrible.
Yeah.
But and not even talking about the fucking graphics and the shitty open world and the unnecessary Gigantamax system that was just
it's not
so
fun.
gay.
It is so not fun.
It is not fun.
It's
so,
like Z moves but longer.
But besides that, right?
And Z moves weren't fun. Yeah, go on.
Besides that, at least they could have given us a decent story to go with it.
The story.
Boring. No! Oh my God! They did like a classic Scooby-Doo thing, like who's the real dude? The villain's right in the fucking beginning. Like let's not.
You could tell. You could so easily tell. And his motivation is shit.
Yeah, motivation is dude. I'm sorry. Best motivation for a fucking villain was Gen 4 with Team Plasma.
Oh my God, I love Team Plasma. His idea was like, I am going to remake the world in my own image. Like fucking like yeah.
That guy is fucking.
I love.
It makes sense.
Oh wait, hold on. Did you mean Team Plasma or Team Galactic?
Galactic.
Galactic. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I got a question for you guys on that topic.
Yeah. What is it?
What is your favorite Pokemon-like game that is not Pokemon?
Oh, that is.
I asked because I mentioned earlier how I like the GTA style game, but I prefer the other games that are in the genre better than the original. And for me, Pokemon's like that too. I like the gameplay idea, but I don't like Pokemon itself. But I like other games that do similar stuff.
I had a fun time with Mystery Dungeon.
Persona.
I like Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah,
right?
no, but
Yeah.
Krendar, going back to what you just said, there's people in my life, like a lot of people that I know, like my girlfriend's one of them, that they love Pokemon. They really love Pokemon. They're just not a turn-based RPG fan.
Yeah,
and that's what stops them from playing Pokemon. At least that's them. I don't know about you.
You know what you should tell them? Tell them to try Ni no Kuni.
I completely agree.
Ni no Kuni is Pokemon, but it's real-time battle.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, I feel like Mario's the same way with the recent quality of the platformers.
Well, semi-real-time anyway.
Like nowadays, only people really like the 3D platformers. No one really likes the mainline platformer versions of Mario anymore. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the side-scroll type ones?
Yeah.
I think the more 3D-ish ones are more fun, personally.
They just have more
But I see what
variety
you're
and
saying.
options and movement and fucking fun. In the words of Reggie, if it's not fun, why bother? That's why I don't buy any of the new Mario
I like the side-scrolling game just fine, but I prefer
me too.
Metroidvanias if I'm doing that.
Oh, I love Metroidvanias. I really want to try out Indivisible. I've heard it's alright. God.
I haven't tried that one yet, but I've got my eye on it.
Yeah.
It's on my wish list.
Yeah. It seems like with like Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight and all those things, it seems like only indie game developers can make good fucking side scrollers anymore.
I guess so.
It fucking sucks. I love side scrollers still.
Give it to the indies, man.
Yeah.
Just give it to the indies.
Indie games are always really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, indie games that are good are always really good. There's also tons of shit indie games that we never talk about.
No, I'm saying, that's why I corrected myself. Indie games have the potential to be really good. I'm
really looking forward to the next Shantae game that's coming out.
Those look fun. I haven't played those yet, but
like you should definitely try
mini Metroidvanias, aren't they?
Yeah, like mini Metroidvanias with little transformations.
I don't know if they have the backtracking stuff, but
yeah, they do have backtracking. The levels are linear though, but you do backtrack with like special abilities to like collect items and stuff like that, and power ups. I'd say it's I'd say try Half Genie Hero. That's one is probably the most fun and easily accessible. Though I do enjoy Pirate's Curse as well.
Actually, there's a really good Metroidvania that streamed recently that I
Oh,
would
really?
highly recommend.
What is it?
Called Time Spinner.
Oh, I'll check that out.
It's
Oh no, that's not
it's
a
made by people
game,
who are
that's a
obviously
comic
fans of
book.
Symphony of the Night.
I know.
I do
Just
like
imagine
Symphony of the
they
Night.
made that into a game.
If only I could just conjure a spell. Kabal, hocus, hocus, hocus. Then you and I would be together for all time, I suppose.
Well, gang, I'm glad we could prove that the Nintendo Switch is the best console and will remain so forever. You know, I'm glad we've finally come to that agreement. It was so nice having you on, Krendar.
It was fun.
Yeah. All right, well, I've been Banatical.
I've been Woony too.
I've been Nightmare.
I guess I've been.
And I'm still Krendar.
And fuck off! Switch is best.